VBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great MBTA video blogs, great entertainment video blogs, plus lots more. Collection of my work goes back to June of 2014 on several social media websites. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Time now is 7:28 in the evening. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Saturday, January 28th, 2017. It's dark out, about 35 degrees. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. Wayne Gretzky is going to be coaching the Metropolitan Division team at the All-Star game, replacing John Tortorelli, which he had to have a family emergency. So that's good that Wayne Gretzky's getting behind the bench and coach. This will be the first time he coached since coaching the Arizona Coyotes years ago. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash with my third and final video blog subject of the night. I'm back. My third and final video blog subject of the night is about the MSG WWE house show card from March 17th, 1985, Sunday afternoon. This was a matinee. It was 2 weeks before WrestleMania 1. They had a special Piper's Pit with Rowdy Piper and Paul Orndorff interviewing Mr. T and Hulk Hogan. Plus, the main event for this one was Greg the Hammer Valentine defending the Intercontinental Championship in a lumberjack match, facing off against Tito Santana. Plus other exciting matches. This was on the MSG network, and it was called by Gorilla Monsoon and Mean Gene Okerlund. And here's the card. First match was Rocky Johnson, the Soul Man. He's known as The Rock's father, facing off against Charlie Fulton, who was a jobber to the stars. And this was like a decent matchup. Rocky wins with a sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. The next match was Rene Goulet from Nice, France, facing off against Barry O. Both of these wrestlers were heels, but Barry O was playing the de facto baby face, and Barry O got a rare win by small packaging Rene Goulet for the 1, 2, 3. Nothing special. The next match was SD Special Delivery Jones facing off against Jim the Anvil Neidhart with Jimmy Hart as his manager. This was Jimmy Hart's Madison Square Garden debut, and it was like a decent matchup. SD did some headbutts and made Jim Neidhart look good. Jim Neidhart went about 7 minutes into the match with a power slam. The next match was Jose Luis Rivera facing off against 450-pound King Kong Bundy with Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hart, and this was a total squash match. King Kong Bundy hits Jose Luis Rivera with the avalanche. Jose Luis Rivera goes down, and Bundy counts 1, 2, 3, but Bundy won at 5 counts, so it was. This was building King Kong Bundy as a monster. The next match was a tag team match. It was George Wells and Bret Hart facing off against the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov with classy Freddie Blassie in their corner. And before the match, Nikolai Volkov sang the Russian national anthem. And this was a competitive matchup. Ending had Iron Sheik kick George Wells and delivered an elbow, pinning George Wells for 1, 2, 3. The next match was Matt Bourne making his Madison Square Garden debut. Matt Bourne was the Maniac one, but he had blonde hair, and Maniac Matt Bourne later on in his wrestling career became Big Joss of WCW, like a poor man's version of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And he's known as being the evil doink clown in the WWE circa late 1992, most of 1993, facing off against David Sammartino. And this was about a 12-minute match, a competitive match. Ending had David Sammartino do a power slam and reverse it into a cradle for the 1, 2, 3. The next match was a grudge 6-man tag team match. It was Big John Studd, Jesse the Body Ventura, and Olympic strongman Ken Patera facing off against Andre the Giant, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and the Junkyard Dog. This is the only time I can recall Andre the Giant, Jimmy Snuka, and Junkyard Dog teaming, and it was a fun little match. It was, basically, Big John Studd avoided Andre the Giant, and in the end, Andre kicks Ken Patera, and Jimmy Snuka gives the big Superfly splash, and then Andre, Snuka, and Junkyard Dog hug and embrace. They should have did some more 6-man tags with them. The next match was Terry Gibbs facing off against Ricky Steamboat. He wasn't a dragon back then. This was Ricky Steamboat's first match at Madison Square Garden in about 5 years, which he was with Jay Youngblood. So this was the singles debut of Ricky Steamboat, and it was about a 5-minute match. Steamboat wins with going to the top rope and delivering a splash off the top rope. And then the main event for this Madison Square Garden house show card for the Intercontinental Championship. It was Tito Santana facing off against the champion Greg the Hammer Valentine, with Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hot in his corner. About 15 lumberjacks surrounded the ring. Valentine couldn't escape, or Tito Santana couldn't escape because it would be thrown back in, and it was basically a back and forth match, ending at Big John Studd interfere and knock out Tito Santana, and he collides with the Hammer, and Hammer goes on top of Tito. 1, 2, 3, and Greg Valentine retains the Intercontinental Championship. This is like another typical house show card at Madison Square Garden, but this one is a little bit kind of weak because there were basically only 2 strong matches, while the others you could use as like enhancement matches what we saw on television. Hogan and Mr. T and Piper and Orndorff were just hyping WrestleMania 1 on this card. And I'll be back tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus, with only 2 video blogs because it's Sunday. First video blog will be about the top 10 list of the top 10 best Red Sox announcers of all times, and the second and final video blog of the night will be about the MSG house show card for the WWE on April 22nd, 1985. Keep calm, everybody. Number Julie Brennan Guy, Molly Roseblood of WCCO, Oxana's Nice Legs, Elizabeth Hutt, so stunning, she's best, Amy Sweezy is awesome Amy, Linda Church of WPIX Channel of New York, such a Rocking Cruise, get best like New York City bar none. Bobby Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent, and Len Clay of WHCH Channel 7 Boston is the best. And in the words of Deep Patel last week, no boss, bye now, see you tomorrow.